Hey there, and welcome back to my channel, The Midwest Plant Gal. Or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Emily, and this is my page where we talk about all things plants. Today I'm going to be bringing you along with me while I plant up some corms and some baby alocasias into my DIY self-watering pots. So let's get started. So a lot of plant owners like to go corm hunting in their alocasias, which means taking the plant out of its pot and going hunting for the corms. If you're not familiar with what a corm is, the scientific kind of description of a corm is it's basically a part of the stem that plants such as alocasia shoot out. It is a nutrient storage, water storage, but ultimately they can be used to propagate plants and make more. So just another way to propagate a plant. I think of it similarly to a bulb. So like I was saying, some plant parents love to go corm hunting, aka dig around in their soil for corms. I'm a little different. I don't like to disturb my alocasia roots because they can be a little bit finicky. They don't like to be disturbed. I only pluck my corms, A, when I'm repotting because the plant needs a repot, or 2, when the corm is poking up out of the top of the potting medium, which I'm going to show you right now. I have 2 corms that I'm going to be plucking off the mother plants today. I have one that is on my pink Amazonica and another one from my Alocasia dragon scale elbow. So as you can see here, this is the corm right there. This is what I mean when I say that it's sticking up out of the potting medium. I don't have to dig down for it. It's already coming out. It's being pushed out. And those are the corms that I will pluck. It's the same thing over here. As you can see, it's already on top of the potting medium. That's why I'm going to pluck it. Now, sometimes the corms down in the soil or in the potting medium will actually sprout up baby plants on their own. They will put up a little offshoots called pups. That's what most people call them. And I have one of those today that I'm going to be removing from the mother plant so I can grow it separately as its own entity. And that is coming off of my Alocasia boutique, and I'll show you that here. There is our pup off our Alocasia boutique. I have 2 different sizes of self-watering cups that I make with items I buy off Amazon. I'll link everything I use in today's video down below in the description, so if you're interested to go check it out. You can also find it all linked in my link tree, which is located in my bio. The first self-watering setup I'm going to be making here is for my unrooted corms. It consists of a 1-ounce plastic cup and a 3-ounce dessert cup that comes with a little plastic dome. We have our self-watering wick here. Then we're also going to be using a soldering iron to put holes in the bottom of the 1-ounce cup. I put a larger hole in the middle for the self-watering wick to go through, and then I just put a few small holes on the outside of that to ensure good water drainage. That is what it should look like. I'm going to cut off just a short string of the self-watering wick. And then I just stick it through just like that. I do tie a small knot in there just to ensure that it doesn't come through. And this is what the finished 1-ounce self-watering cup looks like. The next size that I make up is a bit bigger, and I use it for small Alocasia pups. I don't use it for just corms. Usually I'm planting Alocasias in here that have leaves and roots. This is a 3-inch setup, so you have your 3-inch clear planter, a 9-ounce plastic cup, and the same self-watering wick. This does have drainage on the bottom, but the drainage holes are not big enough to stick the wick through, so I do poke 2 little holes on each side for the wick. We're going to go in with our soldering iron. Here is what that looks like once I'm done. For this one, you're going to need a bit longer because it's going to go through 2 holes and have a little bit left in the middle of the pot. Then you take your 9-ounce cup and just stick it in there. Obviously, these are way too long, so we're going to trim them down. That is how I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to do the corms first. The first thing I always do with any corms is I label the container before I even plant them in here. Otherwise, I will forget what is in there. I just bought this little label maker off Amazon. Ooh. Okay, the first corm we're going to do is a dragon tail. You literally just go in here and pluck it right off. There it is. How about that? This little tail thing, you don't need that. You can rip that off. And then I do peel off this skin off the top part of the corm. Just like so. We got our dragon scale container. I'm just going to set him in there for now so we know that's our dragon scale corm. Our next corm is going to be the pink Amazonica corm. Once again, just pluck it right out. There it is. These are really good sized corms. The size of the corm does affect how likely it is to grow. If corms are really itty bitty and tiny, they're probably not likely to be easy to grow. So the bigger the corm, the better. I would say the plumper the corm, the better. Okay, I've actually had a change of heart. I was gonna try and get this pup out, but it is like way deep in there and I don't wanna have to unpot this whole plant to get the pup out because I don't wanna disturb it that much. So I'm actually just gonna leave the pup in there for now. But while I was trying to see if I could get the pup out, I found this big old juicy corm, so we are going to pluck this and plant it. That is a huge corm. I'm going to go grab another setup to make one more corm cup. So now we have our 3 self-watering corm cups, our Alocasia Boutique, our pink Amazonica, and our dragon scale. I grow all my corms in the same exact substrate. Every corm I grow is grown in a 50% mix of fluval stratum and 50% perlite. So I'm going to fill each of these cups up with this mixture. Now I'm going to take each of the corms with the part that we peeled the skin off on facing upward and place it into the cup with the fluval and perlite. And you want to leave some of the top sticking out just like so. Last step I'm going to do is drench each of these corms with this squirt bottle. I water them until the water drips out the bottom, just like so. And that is how I plant and grow all of my Alocasia corms. Like I said, everything I used in this video will be linked down below in the description and can also be found on my link tree, which is in my bio. Thank you so much for watching this video and hanging out with me. If you found this helpful, go ahead and click the subscribe button below, like this video, and even consider sharing it with a friend. Talk soon. Happy planting. Toodaloo.